Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Angel Art Talk, and we're doing a real late night NYC Talking podcast.
The city of New York, Boricua from the Bronx.
I've been having some thoughts today, and particularly while I was taking a shower. Something happened recently, and I kind of want to talk about it. Some time ago on Facebook, I made a comment on one of my friend's posts. So she puts up a post with her wife, and I said, "Ooh, sexy." They were brushing their teeth. It was dumb. There was nothing sexy about it. I was just being silly, messing with my friend. Ooh, sexer, which was obviously sarcastic. Then her wife comes at me and says, "What's sexy about us brushing our teeth? Who the fuck are you?" Okay. Um, I deleted my comment. I didn't want to deal with this person. I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I don't care about her. I have no interest in her. So I just deleted my comment, left it at that. Fast forward a couple weeks, months, I went on an app called Smule. Smule is a karaoke app. And my friend is big fan of the app, uses it all the time. So I went on there and I was like, "Hey, you haven't followed me. How are we gonna connect and sing on this app? Get over there and follow me so we can sing together." Again, playful. This is a friend of mine, someone I know, and I just left that message. Several weeks later, I log into the app and the wife is going nuts on me, y'all. She went, oh, by the way, I blocked her wife on Facebook after that first attack. So we should note that. But then she finds me on Smule and she says, "Who the heck?" I'm trying not to be profane, but anyway, I'm going to just keep it real with how she was talking. She's like, "Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck do you think you are to talk to her, you ugly piece of shit? Who the fuck are you? If you ever talk to her again, I'm going to press charges on you. I'm going to get legal charges on you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Look at your fucking hair." And she went on and on and on, insulting me, insulting my person, insulting my looks, insulting anything and everything, even as far as to threaten legal action for me telling her friend to sing with me. Bro, what the fuck? How, mind you guys, if you're following me on here or you know me, I take meds for anxiety. You know, um, I'm going through my own shit, my own mental health shit. So please don't take it wrong when I say how fucked up do you have to be to attack someone that way because they simply said, "Come sing with me." I mean, you got to be really imbalanced and you need to take your meds the same way I take my meds. In any case, I did the same thing. I just blocked this person. I don't want nothing to do with someone that freaking neurotic. I don't want I don't want any beef with her. I don't want a friendship with her. I don't want to try to explain anything to her. I don't want anything at all to do with her. So I reached out to my friend and I said, "Hey, your lady just really came at me really, really hard on on Smule." And she said, "What'd she say and what happened?" And I explained to her what happened, and she never got back to me. She never said anything about it. She just left me on red after that response. And I got to tell you, that didn't sit too well with me because we're friends. We've always been cool, respectful. We joke around with each other. We've been super cool. And I felt kind of like she wasn't valuing me as a person in order to allow this person to do that to me. Now, I'm not a child. I don't need protection. I don't need her to help me. I don't need none of that crap. I just simply wanted an acknowledgement saying, "Hey, I spoke to her, she's going to chill on that or whatever, something just to let me know, like, hey, I value you, Angel. And, that's not nice of her. We'll talk about it." Because this behavior is unhealed. Like it's just, I don't even want to use the terms that I want to use because I've tried to become very sensitive and um especially when it comes to mental health. Again, not only because I'm in dealing with my own mental health issues, but because I know that sometimes it's not our fault. So I don't know this person, like I said. So maybe she's got some imbalance that makes her that nasty and angry and disgusting. I don't know. Because again, don't know her, don't care about her. But I do know my friend, and she didn't say anything. So I followed up. Hey, just checking up. I never heard back on this. Did you talk to her? Did anything come of it? Just looking for an update. No response. Nothing. At one point, I saw the person put a Facebook post about toxic behavior. And I wrote, oh, we both know someone who's toxic. Now, clearly I was being passive aggressive. I know it. But you know what? I talked to you about it twice. I emailed you. I reached out to you. You never did anything. So I will admit I was feeling a little provocative there. And I said what I said. I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anything good, but it was a test of sorts. I wanted to see what she would do. And as expected, she went on the offensive. She said, I'm toxic, and didn't address her hmm, issue laden wife or anything she did or said. Once again, deleted my comments. Why? Because I really didn't want to, I didn't want this thing to escalate, but it never sat well with me. It just didn't sit okay with me that you allowed this person to disrespect me as a person, as a man, as your friend. We both know that you're gay and you're not into men. So you should have made this clear to your wife. I'm married. I'm not trying to get down with this person. So I kind of felt betrayed, you know? And she's always posting stuff with her partner, her wife. And I don't want to see her. I don't want anything to do with her. And the more I kept seeing these posts, I just felt annoyed. I felt annoyed because I don't want her on my timeline. She's disgusting. She's a disgusting human being. And I don't ever, ever in my life want to see or have anything to do with her. And I thought to myself, this friend of mine just let this happen. Didn't do anything about it. Didn't address it. Didn't even say, hey, I got you, bro. I'll talk about it or whatever. You know, Nothing. But what is happening is I'm always seeing this disgusting person on my timeline. I unfriended her. I unfriended her. And it's been years since I unfriend someone. I don't unfriend people. But I asked myself, what's the point of keeping a friend that doesn't have your back? In fact, keeping a friend who actually goes on the offensive against you when you talk about something bad, clearly something inappropriate that their partner did to you. It's not like I saw them do something bad and I say, hey, they did this or this. No, they did it to me personally, attacked me on so many levels, threatened me, and my friend did nothing. So I had to think to myself, what's the benefit of keeping this person in my life? What's the purpose of staying connected to this person who this isn't the first time. She actually unfriended me once herself before because the person she was with then was insecure of our friendship. Not the first time this has happened. I have a lot of female friends, and a lot of times their partners force them to disconnect from me and other men because they're insecure. It happens. I was like, you know what? I like you. I like you as a person. I think you're super cool. I like our conversations and our talks. Normally, I don't bring someone back in, but for her, I did. I brought her back in, you know. And we kind of just laughed about it. This time, though, I was the one who unfriended because I don't think there's anything funny about some deranged woman attacking me that way, insulting me, calling me out of my name, and just going ape shit on me for absolutely no reason at all.
The city of New York, Boricua from the Bronx.
There is a R. Kelly and T-Pain song. and a couple other guys, I think, and they say the name of the song is "I'm a Flirt." Now I know people don't listen to R. Kelly anymore, and he's been like blacklisted and he's in prison forever, you know. But the song's out there. He did the song. And I want to talk about not about R. Kelly. I want to talk about the message of the song, and the song is about don't bring your girl around me because I'm a flirt. And I was thinking about John Cena and how John Cena met his wife. Now, this isn't in any way a parallel of what I'm talking about, but John Cena was out eating and he saw this woman. He was super attracted to her. He felt this connection with her, and they were there with some friends. Now, I don't know how he determined whether or not one of those was a boyfriend or not, but somehow he must have come to that conclusion because he said, "Listen, I'll take a picture with you if you get me her number." And then that got me to thinking about the R. Kelly song. And then it got me to thinking overall, like, say you're with your partner. You have a girlfriend, a wife, a boyfriend, or whatever. You're with your partner, and a celebrity takes an interest in them. Now you're out eating somewhere, you're together, and the celebrity just like, oh my God, I'm so interested in them. And they want to try to become friends with them. They try to come and give them their contact or get their contact while you're there, obviously their partner or whatever. What would you do in that situation? Like, what if your partner is actually interested? Because I'm thinking if I'm out with my wife and I don't know, some famous actor or a big, huge person who she might be a fan of were to come up to her and try to talk to her and get her digits or her contact information while we're sitting together having dinner, or even if she's alone, I would imagine that under that context that they're trying to pick her up, right? This isn't just some random friendly thing, although they might try to play it off as that. But if you're there with them and they're coming over here like, yo, can I get your number? What's up? I would think and I would expect that my wife would be like, I'm married. It's nice to meet you. We could do a picture if you like and just leave it at that, right? I don't expect that she'd do that. But what would you do or how would you feel or what would you think, first of all, if that happened? And second of all, if your partner was actually down for that, like how would you feel about that? I was thinking about that and I was like, first of all, if they tried that and I was there, I would have to check that behavior, obviously. I don't care if it's John Cena, if it's the Big Show, if it's Jet Li, if it's Jackie Chan. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's like Hulk Hogan, some massive monster, I don't care. I would check it. Now I know I can't beat those guys in a fight, but I'm not gonna sit there and let them put moves on my wife while I'm sitting there. I'm gonna be like, hey, nice to meet you, big fan. You cannot have her number. I don't even understand what makes you think that this is okay. And we'd have words about that. Like who do you think you are just because you're famous or like what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like we'd have words that just wouldn't fly. Now, again, I would expect that my spouse would shut it down just the same, you know. But there are people out there who would not. And again, I believe that this is how it would go down with her. And I can't see it or imagine it any other way. But if there were a scenario where, no, no, I want to meet them, I want to become friends or whatever, and they trying to like connect or whatever, I don't know that that relationship can continue. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to put me through that level of discomfort and insecurity. I like to think I'm a very secure person. I like to think that I'm a man, I'm strong, but there are financial differences, right? Let's say even if it's John Cena, we'll use him because we were talking about him. Big fan of the guy, not trying to disparage him in any way. In fact, he really seems like an upstanding, respectful man. So it's nothing to do with him, but I'm using him for specific reasons. One, he could probably break me in half easily, physically, right? And he's famous, good looking, financially well off. I mean, it's as intimidating as you can get with another man. And we have similar traits and stuff. So it stands to reason if she's attracted to me, she could be attracted to Cena. So how do you think any man would feel under those circumstances. I couldn't rock with it. I know it's insecure. I know I don't think it's childish. Yes, it's insecure. It's definitely it would definitely be problematic of you to overreact or whatever, but I mean, how could anybody be okay with some famous dude rolling over to your lady saying, "Yo, can I have your number? Let's connect," and the lady giving it to him? Like, are you kidding me? How could any individual be cool with that? And aside from being cool with that, how could you not feel somewhat intimidated and insecure? Like, how do you compete with that? How do I compete with John Cena? Sure, there's love. Sure, there's history and all that and stuff. But at the end of the day, you're putting me in a situation where now I feel like I got to compete with John Cena. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that. I don't think I could stay in that relationship. Um, what would you guys do in that type of a situation if that happened to you? Like, um, I'm just keeping it real. I don't think I could stay there. I I'd be too uncomfortable. I'd be unhappy. I'd feel like you just straight up disrespected me, you know? Um, couldn't do it.
The city of New York, Boricua from the Bronx.
Now, in the world of my injuries, I've still been struggling, y'all. Physically and mentally. Struggling damn near every day. But I haven't given up. I'm going to the gym. I'm working out. I'm trying to eat moderately clean. I take my meds. I take my vitamins. I go to therapy. I'm working with a therapist who has been very helpful. I've been crying a lot in therapy sessions and during meditation on my own, just letting stuff out, letting things out that have been bottled up. Sometimes I don't even know where they come from. Like a couple days ago, I was meditating and I was doing a meditation to help with pain, physical pain. And in that meditation, as I was listening to the guy give his cues and going through everything, I had an image that I was in a hospital with two people, and one of them handed me a newborn baby. I don't know who they were. I don't know who the baby was, but I held the baby and I felt like this connection with the baby. And then I heard the guy's voice again, and he pulled me out of there, and I came back and I began to sob and cry and just bawl like a baby, saying, "Who was that? Where is this from? Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Where is this baby coming from? Why did you just show me that? What's going on?" And I just, man, I was sobbing, y'all. And I don't know where it came from. I don't know where the baby came from. I just felt like I was actually holding the baby. I had the baby in my arms. I was connected with the baby. I was looking at the baby, and then I was ripped out of there. And I just freaked out, man. I just started crying. I kept trying to go back in and saying, "Who was that? Tell me, like, what was this?" You know? I have no answer. I don't know. So yeah, that was during a solo breathing exercise. And with my therapist, when I work with her, sometimes she gets things to come out. Other times there's blocks, there's anger. She's like, "You look angry." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Tell me what's happening." Well, whatever you're trying to make happen in, whatever you're trying to bring forth or make happen, it's making me angry. Like I don't want to bring that out. And I don't want to feel that. And you're kind of like, I'm thinking, just get to the point. What are we doing here? Like I'm getting pissed off, I'm getting irritated, I'm getting impatient. I don't want to do this, I don't want to be here, you know. But I always share it with her because it gives her insight into what's happening, you know. This was a memory. She was trying to get me to go back. I think she was trying to get me to go back to when I got the MRI. Talk to that version of yourself. Go there. And I felt resistance immediately. I felt scared first, and then I felt resistance, and then it became anger. And I just let her know. I expressed everything I was feeling. I don't know, in hopes that it can help. It can help the process. Regarding my physical health, I've been having numbness on my fingers. It happens mostly when I'm sleeping. I guess laying down, something is being pressed or pinched or something more. And my fingers, particularly this one, the pinky, it goes numb. And I wake up and it's like this, and I can't feel it. I can't move it. Um, Very scary feeling. The first time it happened, I thought I was having a stroke. I flipped my pillow to a different angle, and it's become yesterday was the first time it happened in weeks. So it's not happening as much, but it still happens. And pretty much throughout the day, I have discomfort in this hand, especially in the pinky area. Um, and it seems to be getting progressively worse. The neck pain for the past couple weeks, it's been pretty bad. And I've been going to therapy, I've been doing exercises. I've been trying to do everything that I can conservatively to avoid having a fusion or disc replacement on my neck, because from everything I've read and everything I've learned, the odds of that working are very slim to none. In addition to it maybe not working, it's a pretty, you got to go through a recovery. And in addition to that, I've read that sometimes it make things worse. Maybe they nick a nerve, maybe they damage some nerves going in. Too many possibilities. And my physical therapist, the guy I'm working with right now, he doesn't believe I need surgery. And he's encouraging me to continue doing conservative ways, because the way he puts it is once you do that surgery, there is no going back. You cannot undo it. You are in. And if you're screwed, it's out of my hands at that point. Um, I went to a nerve doctor and she said, what I'm looking at doesn't impress me. This is not impressive. You don't need surgery. Just keep doing the exercises, keep doing the treatments, take painkillers, take medication. This isn't impressive. You're not in any grave danger, which is interesting because the the neurosurgeon, this guy told me if I don't do surgery, I'm going to be paralyzed. Like he was putting the fear of God in me about getting surgery. And I was heading that path. But now speaking with these other folks and doing a lot of reading and looking on Reddit and reading in Facebook groups and stuff, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. There's no solution to it, but I don't know that surgery is the solution. So I am trying everything I can from a conservative standpoint and hoping that one day something just falls back into place or something improves and I can make some progress, because I tell you, it's been rough. And when this thing acts up, my fingers hurt, my neck hurts, my head hurts, the back of my neck hurts. I mean, it's such a nightmare. And you get pulled into such a dark place. Pain does things to people. It's really hard to function when you're in pain and to be a fun, pleasant person when you're constantly in excruciating pain. And add to that anxiety and mental health issues that you're working through. You're trying to address them. All that combined makes life really hard. Not to mention I'm out of work again, so now I'm looking for another job. A lot of stress coming from a lot of different angles. And I'm still pushing on, y'all. All I can say to you guys is don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Never give up. In the in the words of John Cena, never give up.
You are listening to the NYC Talking podcast. www.nyctalking.com. Please like NYC Talking on Facebook. Please follow Angel R Talk on Twitter and Instagram. We are NYC Talking, the realest lifestyle blog ever. Thanks for listening.